Wow. Was that eclipse a large one or what? Curious. Who feels a shift of some sort? Put your hand up if you do. Yes. I was reflecting, as I always am, on these things. I'm always watching my internal state as it relates to the incoming energies and all of the things that are going on, because it's so multifaceted, you know. It's not ever just one thing. It's a marriage of what is coming through from within us as much as it is what we are receiving. And I was reflecting the other day because after the eclipse, things once again, and this happened after the last equinox too, started to speed up in a way where it was like, stop the ride, I need to get off. Like it was fast, just so fast, with all good stuff, like all epic stuff. Many things, my God, I couldn't even, I feel like, it's like a million plates sort of spinning in the air of all of the different things. And I had this moment of, you know, consciously deciding and reminding myself and coming back to the knowing that it all is a reflection of what is going on within us, right? So if you want to slow down the outside, you got to slow down the inside. It's that simple. And we really got to remember that, because as things continue to get faster and faster and faster, and they are, because there's a reason for that. The speed is like stepping, it's like Doctor Who in the TARDIS, like we are really, it's like stepping through wormholes or black holes. If you've ever had an intense ayahuasca journey and it's kind of like you're tumbling through space, it's a little bit like that, but it's because it's popping us through and it's getting there quicker and quicker. So everything is on warp speed. And then our practice within that, especially if we're going to be in roles of service, because this is what's important if you're working in a facilitation role or in, you know, in a role of service, is to be able to be that channel of calm in the center of that storm. Everything can be happening around you, but if you can bring yourself back into that center, then it's amazing how things just on the outside begin to also harmonize. Things begin to, it's not that there's anything less going on, or any less intensity of the energy, or any less big stuff that's happening in the world, but we train ourselves to interact with it and see it through a different lens. And that for me just feels like one of the most important things that we need to do in these times. And we are really remembering the game, the simulation that we chose to enter into. And like any good game, we come up against obstacles and challenges to take us to the next level. And when we work out how to overcome those things, then we go to the next stage. But we're always being revisited by those obstacles and those challenges that have happened before that we've mastered, just to make sure that we really got it so that we can go to the next level again. So all of these realizations that are coming through, that are asking to be integrated, and it's going to be what it's going to be for you. Everybody is receiving it differently, but definitely, yes or yes, I feel like something really big has opened, and it's taking us into something more, whatever that more might be for you. And the last thing that I just want to share about that is we can't project outwards anymore for the things that are happening in our own lives. There's no more room or space for blame on something or someone else or a thing that might be going on that is causing our life to be in a certain way. If we continue to do that, then we're going to stay stuck in whatever we've been running, rather than empower ourselves to move through it. And the only way to really level up and move into the next level is to take full ownership for where we are in every moment. Does that make sense? I know you know this, and I speak that to myself all the time, because it's very easy. Like one of the things that I notice with these energies that are around at the moment, and maybe you relate to this, is that the mental energy is running high. Like the mind is on steroids, right? And so the way to quieten that down is, again, to have those practices to bring us back into our center, back into our body, back into our hearts. This affirmation kept coming through when I was meditating this morning. My body is programmed with divinity. It's like, you know, we say, I'm not my body, and we're not. But our body, it's becoming so clear to me that every single little cell, every single little electrical impulse in the body is programmed with divinity, and we're realizing this more and more and more. And when we really start to get this, the feeling of being in the body is something else. It's really exquisite. I feel like we are really beginning to embody what it truly means to be consciousness having a human experience. Really feeling that. And so then becoming really discerning about how you want to play this game, how you want to create in this simulation. What does that mean for you? How responsible you are in the best possible way for choosing over and over again your experience, and really paying attention to your body. I mean, for me, more and more, it's happening that when something is truth, the feeling in my body is so strong. It's almost a little bit much, because it can feel quite orgasmic. It's very strange, but the calcite energy, which is that it's not a sexual energy, but it's the life force, the primordial life force, is awakening so much that it's becoming like the yardstick so that there's no longer a need to overthink things. I'm shifting my perspective even on the AI situation a little bit, because I think the more the AI comes, what the genius of this is, if we work with it in the right way and feed it, as Natalie, beautiful Nat, who's here, who helps us with tech stuff, puts together all the beautiful videos and stuff each week. You know, if we feed it the right information and it starts generating from that, then we're deciding what kind of AI we're going to create. But more than that, what that's doing is it is freeing up our mental capacity and space to be able to eventually step back so we can contemplate more, so we can meditate more, so that we can, you think about the Greek philosophers, right? How they came through with all of these amazing ideas on life that still, you know, we refer to in these days, or the poets like Rumi, Hafiz. They had time to be able to connect to their soul essence and to their divinity. And more, we're going to realize that the thing that's missing with AI is the soul. So it can spew out information, but it can't replace our divinity. So as all these shifts and changes, I just feel are becoming, this world, it's happening really, really fast. So for whatever reason, whatever's coming through, just sharing a bit about what's coming through for me, there's so much. It's like the pops are happening really, really fast.